price elasticity is equal to percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in price. Okay. So we will move on and we will understand the 5 different kinds of price elasticity of demand. So price elasticity of demand, there are 5 types. First is perfectly inelastic demand. Second, inelastic demand. The third one is unitary elastic demand. Fourth type of price elasticity is elastic demand, and fifth one is perfectly elastic demand. You can see it is written in the red here. Perfectly inelastic demand means there will be no response. I am going to explain you in the next slide, don't worry. The things will be very clear. Inelastic demand means there will be a small response. Small response means small change in demand. Unitary elastic demand means response is same, means the change in price and the change in demand will be same percentage change. Elastic demand means there will be greater response, means the price increases by 10%, the demand will decrease more than 10%, that is 14% or 20%. And then we have perfectly elastic demand, there is unlimited response. If there is a 10% change in price, the demand will change unlimited, infinity. So these are the 5 types of price elasticity. We are going to take one by one in detail, and I assure you that end of these 5 slides your doubts will be clear what exactly we mean by each type of price elasticity. So moving on to the first type of price elasticity is perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, here I told you it is written in red color, no response. Now just pay attention. I'll give you very good examples how to remember this. So perfectly inelastic demand means there will be no response, which means the change in price, the price will change, there will be no change in the demand. So if the price is increasing or if the price is decreasing, but the demand remains the same, this demand do not change at all. Just pay attention. So demand for a commodity will be said to be perfectly inelastic if the quantity demanded does not change at all, means no change, not at all, the demand do not change in response to a given change in price. So price is changing but demand is not changing. Example you can see here, I have mentioned if 10% change in price, so there is a change in price, how much? The price is changing by 10%. But the demand changes by 0%. Demand do not change. The change in demand is 0%. So price increases by 10%. Demand no change, 0%. Demand remains same. Price decreases by 10%. Demand remains same. So price is changing but demand is not changing at all, means 0% change. It is completely same. In that case, it is called as perfectly inelastic demand or exactly elastic demand. You can see here, so the demand here, so the demand curve in perfectly inelastic demand is vertical straight line which is perpendicular to y-axis as shown in 5.1. Why it is straight line, vertical straight line? Because you can see the price is increasing here, price is increasing or price is decreasing, but the demand remains same. You can see here in this table, I have given you the different examples. So price was initial 5 real, then price decreases to 4 real, means there is a 20% decrease in price. So when the price was 5, the demand was 4. When the price decreases to 4, demand is still 4. When the price falls to 3.75, the demand is still 4. So you can see the price is changing, the price is changing, the price is falling down or the price is increasing but the demand remains same. There is no change in demand. So here you can see when price in scenario B, when price falls from 5 to 4, what happens? There is a 20% decrease in the price, but the change in quantity demanded is 0%. It was 4 before, again it is 4. Again price falls from 4 to 3.75, which means 6.25% decrease in price, but the demand remains same, which is 0%. So the price is decreasing, but the demand remains same. This is happening in practical examples. Say for example, if there is a case of a medicine, if a person is having a disease, say for example, if he is suffering from a cancer, so he needs to take a medicine, regular medicine. He cannot skip the medicine for one time also. So here I will give the example of a tablet medicine. This is price and this is demand. Price. So a person has to take 4 tablets. The price of 4 tablet is 5. So if the price of the tablet is 5, a person has to take 4 tablets in a day. If the price of the tablet increases, from 5 to 8, the price increase, what should happen as per law of demand? The demand should decrease. But no, this is a case of life-saving drugs. A person cannot leave the medicine even single time. So price increases from 5 to 8, still customer will buy 4 tablets. Because he needs to take 4 tablets every day. Price increases from 8 to 10. What will happen? Again price increase, but customer will buy the same number of tablets. Because you cannot skip. This is what we call perfectly inelastic demand. The price is changing, but there is no response. On the demand for that product. Means demand is not at all changing. There is no effect on the demand because of change in price. It is called as perfectly inelastic demand. Is that clear? See my example. Here I have written. You can keep it in mind. If 10% change in price results in 0% change in demand, it is called as perfectly inelastic demand. This is the first type. Second type you will again see inelastic demand. There will be a small response. Remember here, is small response. So the demand for a commodity will be said to be inelastic if the percentage change in quantity demanded is less than the percentage change in price. Remember here, it is less. So price is changing, there is a percentage change in price, but the percentage change in demand will be less than the percentage change in price. Our example we took before, 10% change in price, 0% change in demand. Now the second one, you can see if there is a 10% change in price, the percentage change in demand will be less than 10%. Here I have mentioned less than. So 10% change in price will result in 6% change in demand. This 6 is less than 10. So when the percentage change in demand is less than the percentage change in price is called as inelastic demand. Second type. Okay, you can see the graph. You can see here when the price was $10, it increases to 14, means the change in the percentage, the change in the price is 40%. 40 from $10 it increases to $14. The price increases by 40%. Here you can see demand was 88, it fall to 80. The change in the demand is, percentage change in demand is 10%. 10 is less than 40. This is an example of inelastic demand. Here you can see in the table, before price was 4, so the demand was 4, the price was 5, demand was 4. The price falls from 5 to 4. the demand increases from 4 to 4.2. You can see the change in the price is 20%. The percentage change in price is 20% and the percentage change in demand is 5%. This 5 is less than 20. So 20% decrease in price, there is only 5% increase in demand. The percentage change in demand is less than the percentage change in price, is inelastic. Similarly, you can see when the price is 2.5, the demand is 5, which means the change in price is 33% and the demand is changing by 6% only. 6 is less than 30. Again from 2.5 the price falls to 2, means the percentage change in price is 20%, but the percentage change in demand is 4% only, which is less than the percentage change in price. So this is the second type. Small response means 10% change in price results in only 6% change in demand, which is less than the change in price, is inelastic. The third one is, we are going step by step. In first one, perfectly inelastic demand, it is 0. In second one, the change in price is 10%, percentage change. The percentage change in demand is less than 10, that is 6%. Now third, it will be equal. Means percentage change in price is equal to percentage change in demand, same percent. When it is equal, here you can see it is called as unitary elastic demand, which is the third type of price elasticity of demand, where the response is equal. So demand for a commodity will be said to be unit elastic if the percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to the percentage change in price. So we are taking the same example, 10%. So if the 10% change in price results, how much percent change in price? 10%. So demand change will also be equal, which means there is equal change, that is 10% change in demand. It is called as unit elastic demand or unitary elastic demand. Both is same, equal. Percentage change in price is 10%, percentage change in demand is also 10%. So price percentage change in 10%, demand percentage change is 10%, which is equal. This is what we call it as a unitary elastic or unit elastic demand. So we have done 3. First one, 10% change in price, 0% change in demand, perfectly inelastic demand. Second, 10% change in price, 6% change in demand, 6 is less than 10, inelastic demand. Third one, 10% change in price, 10% change in demand, equal, unitary elastic demand. Now the next one will be for elastic demand, greater response, greater. So the percentage change in price will result in more change in the demand. The percentage change in demand will be more than the percentage change in price. So the demand for a commodity will be said to be elastic if a change in price results in significant change in demand for this commodity. So again you can see in example, 10%, if 10% change in price results in 14% change in demand, it is elastic demand. More than, see, greater, it is greater. So the percentage change in demand is greater than the percentage change in price, is elastic demand. Here you can see the price is changing by 10%, but the demand is changing by more than 10%, which is 14% in our example. So 14 is more than 10. This is called as elastic demand. You can see there in the table again, when the price was 4, the demand was, when the price was 5, the demand was 4. Now price decreases from 5 to 4, means there is a 20% decrease in price, 20% decrease in price. So you can see the demand increases to 7, means 75% increase in price. This 75 is more than 20. This is called as elastic demand. The next one, price falls to 3.75, means price decreases by 6.25%. Demand increases from 7 to 9, which means the change in the demand is 29%. So 29 is more than 6.25. It is elastic demand. Again, from 3.75 price decreases falls to 2.5, means 33% decrease in price results in 56% increase in demand. 56 is more than 33. So percentage change in demand is more than percentage change in price. It is elastic demand. Fourth one. First one 0. Second 6 less than change in price. Third equal 10 and 10. Fourth more than percentage change in price. Change in price is 10. The percentage change in demand is 14. We are going step by step. And the fifth one is infinity. It will be perfectly elastic demand, which is known as unlimited response. So demand for a commodity is said to be perfectly elastic when a small change in price results in an infinite change in demand in the quantity. Infinite means unlimited. Infinite means what? Unlimited. Unlimited. We don't know how much it is increasing or how much is decreasing. No limit. So you can see if there is a 10% change in price, the result will be the change in demand is infinite. This is called as exactly elastic demand or perfectly elastic demand. So demand curve here is horizontal straight line parallel to the x-axis. So these are 5 different types of elasticity of demand which we have discussed. Here we will be making a summary. I made a summary in the table so you can have a short revision. So we have done 5 types. First one, see, percentage change in price is 10 and the percentage change in demand is 0, no change. It is called as perfectly inelastic demand, where coefficient of elasticity means elasticity is equal to 0, means the change in the demand with the change in price is 0. So elasticity is equal to 0. Second, we have discussed when the percentage change in price is 10 and the percentage change in demand is less than 10, which is 6. It is called as inelastic demand, where elasticity means change in demand is less than the change in price. That is what we call elasticity is equal to less than 1. The third one which we have discussed is 10% change in price results in 10% change in demand. Equal. It is called as unitary elastic demand or unit elastic demand, where change in demand is equal to change in price. E is equal to 1. Next one, 10% change in price results in 14% change in demand, more than. So change in demand is more than change in price. It is called as elastic demand. Here you can see elasticity is more than 1, means the change in demand is more than the change in price in terms of percentage. The fifth one is when the price is changing by 10%, the change in demand is infinite, unlimited, which is called as perfectly elastic demand, where elasticity is equal to infinite. Is that clear? So these are the 5 types of elasticity of demand. Again, here you can see I have given in the table a revision. If percentage change in price is 13%, percentage change in demand is 5%. So 5 is less than 13. The change in demand is less than change in price. It is inelastic demand. Now 25% change in price, but the change in demand is 0%, no change. It is called as perfectly inelastic demand. It is a revision, practice we are doing. 10% change in price, but the change in demand is more than 10%, which is 28. This is more than unit elastic, means elastic demand. Then 44% change in price and same 44% change in demand, unitary elastic demand, equal. Then we have 30% change in price and change in demand is infinite, which is perfectly elastic demand. Again, change in price is 4% and change in demand is 6%, more than unitary elastic demand or elastic demand. And price percentage change in price is 2% and percentage change in price is 1%, less than. It is inelastic demand. Is that clear? I hope that point things are clear for you. This is what we call it as a price elasticity of demand. So I hope that points are clear to everyone. In our next video, we will be learning about what are the determinants of price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand depends on which factors. There are different factors that I will explain you in a very easy and simple way in the next video. So I hope you like this. If you like this, I would like to tell you, you should help your friends also. So just subscribe to the channel so that you keep on getting the videos regularly. Share it with your friends and like it.